Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2. This is the spring update. I have in between episodes, look at this coming in over here. It comes in over the lines like this. Look at how awesome that is. Oh, I love it. It's a very good use of this area because there wouldn't be any skyscrapers or anything that you can build there. So I do like it. It's really awesome. Look at this little cluster. So what I've done in between is I've had a look at all of my cargo lines, which I can't switch on and off between the different ones, and I've managed them all. So I've gone and went into each one of this, like Dallas Cargo, for instance, and I just made sure that we've managed exactly what is being moved on all of our cargo lines. So hopefully we'll be able to manage that with a little bit more precision. So here we would see Colorado Springs is starting to see a little bit more action from the guys. We're moving a little bit more crude this way around. Hopefully that's getting a fair bit going. We may not be getting sufficient. We may not be moving things sufficiently over here. So let's get CS fuel so quickly. So we've got a rate of 414, which is not bad. So if we're saying here, maybe what we'll do is I'm not too sure whether we're okay. So there's a fair bit of crude moving. Oh, that's not there. A fair bit of crude moving in here. So what is this fuel line doing? It is picking up at Colorado Springs, moving that over here. So what is this needing? This is needing 400, which is not quite getting at the moment. There's crude coming in from the train as well. So I think we need a little bit more on this line. On this line, the CS fuel line over here, we need a little bit more. It's moving a lot, so let's just manage the vehicles on that line. There's 20 vehicles on it at the moment. It's the Studebaker on it, so let's grab all of them and let's see, can we run? They're all very bad. Let's run a little bit of a replacement over here. We can quite comfortably, ooh, look at this guy. This guy is 80 kilometers an hour, 18 capacity. This guy is 80 kilometers an hour, 21 capacity. It's interesting that one, it's an interesting difference. The emissions, so this one is more emitting. Anyway, I would like that one. So let's just replace it with all of those. See if that helps our rate a little bit. So if I go back into the line, that rate has popped up a fair bit now. So hopefully just that upgrade alone should see a bit more action going on over here. What is this guy? Oh, this is the passenger line running between Dallas, Fort Worth, and Vancouver. This guy should only be moving certain things now. Yeah, so that's pretty much a full load of cargo with obviously nothing going in there. So that we could improve the situation there. Split that into two different trains potentially. That's something we could do. We should be moving a little bit more stuff now. That's kind of the plan, that we move a bit more of this and make sure that we have a little bit more stored up and ready on this side. Yeah, we're moving more now. Certainly moving more. And why are we, hang on, why are you moving? Oh, you're moving fuel out that way? I'm not sure I would like you to do that. I'm not sure I'd like you to do that. Let's manage this line quickly. So at Colorado Springs Exchange, you're not picking up fuel, right? Because if you're picking up fuel, you're going to drop off fuel over here. Why would you do that? Nothing should be picking up or dropping off fuel over here, right? So let's just make sure that you're saying you're not loading anything. Oh, no. You are loading crude. So none of that. And what you are unloading is you're unloading some of this stuff, which is oil, crude and oil. Okay. Then going to lower Colorado Springs, here you are only popping through, so you're not unloading anything. You're basically only loading some crude. And then at Springs Exchange. Colorado Springs Exchange is, hang on, Lower Colorado Springs is where I said, yeah, okay. And then Colorado Springs South. So these names, crazy. So here you are loading the oil and you are unloading crude, right? All of your crude is going there. Loading. Unloading and loading, and then loading and unloading. Okay, there we go. So hopefully that means no more fuel popping out over here, because the fuel should be moved by train to this location. It should really not be moved over there to be trained that way, I think. I mean, if we needed the capacity, yes, but I don't think we need the capacity. So let's leave it that way and see that kind of sorts itself out. We need way more crude to be moved here. This guy should now. What's happening? You're empty, right? So you should be loading. Beautiful. You're empty, so you should be loading. I just want to make sure that we're doing that. I've fixed up all the trains, but I forgot about this guy. So, okay, so hopefully that is going to get a little bit more efficient through here now. Nice. How much is in here? This guy, oh, there we go. Finally, we're starting to see a little bit of action. Nice. Now we're starting to move some stuff. Excellent. Ah, that's good. That's starting to look pretty good. Popping up again. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Lots of crude now coming from here. I like it. Okay, now I think we're going to start moving a little bit more. There's a fair bit of fuel ready to go. Why are we running it via Worcester? Oh, they are using. Yeah, they are using. Yeah, that's fine. All good. All good. Okay. Let's expand. Let us expand. So that's a pretty good starting point. One of the things that I kind of figured out is that this is not operating efficiently. That one is moving everything. So what we do need to do is bring some more lumber this way, logs this way. So getting logs here, right? We've got a train that runs here and it's probably running empty for a lot of it. So can we pick up logs anywhere on this line? Not really. I mean, we could have you could just run this straight in here with trucks. Can we put logs on anywhere else? So this one runs this way. So really we can't do that. So I think what I may do is just fix up a little path through here so that this guy can run logs. So let's upgrade this piece of road, rural style road. We're going to go with the fancier one. We're going to upgrade that through there, and then I'm going to pop that out. Give me this. And what we'll do is we'll run that up that way. No tunneling. Probably just like this so we don't make a massive cut in there. Something like that should be good, and I will come back and upgrade that little section. That's all good. And now here we need a bit of a building, so grab me one of these facilities. So if I wanted to see if I can't do something a little bit more interesting here. So if I place it like this, right? Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to configure it by saying, well, remove those two for me. So it'll pop in here and remove this for me. Now I would like you to go in that way and out that way. Ooh, actually, forget about that. do this first. Trim it away. Give me the cargo and expand it a little bit. Oh, yeah, something like that. All good. And shall we add... Can't actually add it anywhere. Like this should be okay. I like the idea of doing that, so it gets a little bit interesting. Now, exiting from there. Now, that's good. That's what I wanted to do. Now, let's give me a bit of a street connection. Not upgrade, just... Ooh, look at those trucks. Ooh, and new buses. So what did you do? Something like this, maybe. Right? So the guys can pop in over there and run out through that way. This is picking up from that. Okay, all good. Now, yeah, running through there should be all fine. No problems. Now, let's set up a bit of a line here. So a new line. I'm picking some stuff up over there and then moving it. Where exactly? Oh, interesting. We'll have to move it all the way over there. That's not ideal. Certainly not ideal. So what is this going to be? This is going to be van logs, right? Van logs. I think van logs. Van logs. Can I get van logs, please? I just want to double check and make sure. So at the Vancouver branch, we are loading logs. And at the Fort Worth North, we are unloading logs. That's as simple as that. And it's going to be just that. There we go. And save it. Now, over here, I can procure a few vehicles and put them on the line there. Buy myself some vehicles. So this guy can move all cargo, variety 25 of them. This guy could also... This is at 80. Now that's 25. This is 14. So I'm definitely going to go with this one and see about putting a few of these on the line. Let's go with maybe 10 of them. Buy that and move them onto the van logs. There they go. Exiting from there. Look at those big trucks. Ah, interesting. Popping out into that direction. To go, yeah, that's fine. That's going to be all good. Nice, I like it. Look at the expansion over here. It's a little bit, it doesn't bode well for us that it's going there where I would like our rail to go. But it's okay. Nonetheless, that's a pretty decent sized town now. And we've got a full train, I'm assuming. Yeah, a full train and still some stuff happening. What does this train have on board? No goods, but it has planks, so the planks will move. Excellent. Is this growing? This seems to be growing yet again. I like it. We need construction materials over here to really move this one even further. But that's starting to look pretty good. How's this going? So it needs more planks. I believe it'll get more planks as soon as we start seeing these big trucks doing their thing. Oh, yes, there we go. There we go. So these guys will pop in here and then go back that way. Oh, look at the logs lined up and ready to go. Tons of them. Here comes our truck convoy. Interesting. Oh, it's popping out this way. Okay, that's fine. It's not a big deal the way the route it's taking at the moment. Ooh, look at this. That's an interesting way these are connecting. I'm thinking these have popped in and popped out. Who's driving over there? Cameron Hall. Hi, Cameron. Destination Industrial Buildings. Interesting. Yeah, go for it. Wow, look at that. They speed up quite quickly when they get to the big road, so that's good. I'm happy I've got the big road up here. Just want to have a quick look and see how it's loading. Go. This guy, I'm not sure this is going to be profitable, but we'll see. Okay, you've got your 25 there. You should just pull all the way to the front, guy. Okay, we're moving lots more stuff here now. That's looking pretty good. Interesting how we'll see them being spaced. So that's a 272 right on that one. Hopefully that moves everything. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Wow, not a lot. You should. Oh, you can pick up on the way that way as well. See a picker up on here. Yeah, I didn't actually unload everything. We can't. Yeah, we can't make it. We can't force it to unload, so that's okay. Let's just double check what's happening here with this location at Fort Worth North. I just want to make sure you're actually able to go on both sides. You, my friend, on the other side, Fort Worth Planks. Oh, it was a different thing. Let's manage that line. Yeah, you can go anywhere, so that's okay. So they shouldn't be bothering each other too much. What I am wondering about is, shall we upgrade these vehicles a little bit? So let's manage the vehicles. There's 18 vehicles on this line. What is the rate that it's currently operating at? Sorry, I'm just checking that again. We're operating at 1,000. That's probably too much. So let's... I'm actually tempted to just sell off all of them. Oh, no, that's maintenance. Sell all of them. Okay. Now, buy more vehicles over here for the planks line. And we'll go with these guys. And what I'll do is we had 18 on it. So let's just go with, 8 of these guys. So let's go 8 there. And we put it on Fort Worth Planks, please. So hopefully it's not going to be too disruptive. I should have probably upgraded a few of them instead of selling off all of them. But anyway, we should see a few things pop in here. Ooh, this is getting a little... Let's configure this and open it up a little bit more. Okay, so now there's a little bit more room there for it to maneuver. And we should start seeing the big guys arrive from this side. Okay, let's upgrade that a little bit too. Lots of trucks making its maneuver. Let's have a look. It should be able to do both. Yeah, it should be doing both. There we go. Now we're starting to move some stuff here. Coming in from both directions. Okay, they're starting to maneuver. This guy... Oh, is this guy upgrading? Seems like it just did a bit of an upgrade. Not too sure. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. Okay, now let's expand. I'm kind of tempted to run this line up to Elizabeth over there. And how are we going to do that is kind of my question. I think I'm going to run it straight through here on a speedy line so we can bypass, or we can pop in and out this way. Let's see how that'll look. So let's do some track work over here. If we're gonna run the super speedy lines, we're gonna do something like this, right? So I'll do. Can we run that? And let's line it up here. Okay, so if that's our line. Ooh, there's an Elizabeth iron mine. And what I was kind of tempted to do is, yeah, so this is where we're going to do the bypass. something like this. Which I'm on this side, okay. If we do this, right? Okay, and then from there, the idea is to tie that in. Yeah, that's a pretty decent angle around. And we'll tie that one in over there. So there we go. That's the bypass component of it. Now, what I was kind of wondering is, do we redo things here a little bit by potentially sorting things out here? So I'm going to do that quickly. I'm going to trim this back a little bit, and I'm not going to do any of this stuff anymore. I think we can do a better job at it. And instead, what I'll do is I won't go with the super speedy stuff. Is that at an angle out of there? Oh, that's interesting. I don't mind that. It is at an angle. We do this. We can actually get that to operate at an angle. Okay. And then, interestingly enough, we'll have to do a little something like this to be able to make that work. Okay, I'm not opposed. Get it to about 60. Yeah, we're gonna have to do maybe something like this. So let's tie that off there. Yeah, and then we go and do. Is that? Yeah, I think that's okay. I think that's okay. And we will do the neighboring line out of there. This is going to be quite an interesting one to deal with. So if we do this, and then what we do is that, I don't mind that. Actually, let's do it from in the center. That's okay. I don't mind that. Similarly, we'll tie this one in on this side. It's going to be slow in there, but that's okay. That's okay. And then what we'll do is we'll see about getting the extra one. Oh, I like it. There we go. How about that? What we will need, though, and maybe this is what we'll do. We'll do this. And from there, we'll do that. Because in this slow environment, it's going to be okay for these guys to wait for one another. And that's kind of the whole bypass operation that we're running. I'll trim that back a little bit. And what we'll do is we'll have the guys actually stop on the outsides here. Okay, so give me another platform. There we go. Platform in place. Excellent. I think this is going to be awesome. I'm going to go ahead and trim that back a little bit more. And now we'll tie it in. Yeah, that's brilliant, actually. Tie that one in too. And what we'll do is we'll get the spur off over here. And similarly, we'll do that. Yeah, so we can run stuff through there. That's okay. And what we'll also do is we'll allow for a switch over at a pretty decent speed there. There we go. And what we'll do is we'll add some signals. So signal in, signal out. We'll do this and that and this and sorry, that. Come on. Okay, so we'll have that in place. So there's some signaling doing it around there. That'll get you in and out and be able to turn around. You will potentially be able to turn around over here. Let's put a switch in place just in case. We would like guys to be able to do that. There we go. And then what we'll do is we'll put some signals here and some signals there, and that should be able to sort things out. These things, we don't need to kind of do proper signaling here. That will allow us to spur off and go somewhere else, but that at least gives us the option of passing by if we wanted to, with a bit of a faster train through this area. Oh, one thing that we just have to quickly have a look at for managing this line. So that's all coming into this one for the time being. I think what we can do is we can also at Vancouver go over to, oh, they're saying 1 and 2. Let's not go to 2. Let's go to 1 and to 4. Yeah, that's good. That'll be good. So then we have the bypass, no problem. Then we have the bypass, no problem. What I'm also quite interested in understanding here, oh, that guy can't actually get back. Okay, unless we, okay, get him to go in there, unless we pop it in that way. So let's just grab a little piece of track here and see if we can't do that. So that should get you into either one of them, and you should be able to go back out. And we can probably do, sorry, we can probably, no, none of this. We can probably do the other way around as well. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. So now we can also have a look at this guy. There we go. Very good. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, let's get a few more signals in here. For the time being, that's how we're gonna play it, because we're not running anything else spectacular through here. Beautiful. That is working really nicely. This will be a high-speed connection through there. I'm liking it. Now, let's make our move towards Elizabeth. Now, I am thinking, which side? We can hug it and run it straight through there. So we'll do a little kink through there and run it and add it somewhere over here, potentially. That's okay. Or on this side where we have got a little bit less working for us. Okay, so let's get ourselves a bit of a station for Elizabeth over here. We're going to start it off with well, I think we do a little bit of both, to be honest. So it's interesting that we can't do much. So I'll start off with high speed now. We're going to go, let's go nuts with a nice long one. I am interested in doing maybe something like, yeah, I think something like this is probably about right. So let's do it there. And then we'll go and grab the configure button and we'll get rid of this. And if you know how you can actually sort it out so that you don't have the different kinds of stuff. So let's do this one. So you can kind of do your own thing from the start. That and that. I think that's going to be the passenger station. Now, I would also like to do a bit of a cargo building on this side. How big is this? Let's start off with that one. And we'll do that one, and we'll do something like this. So that's our cargo side of things. Okay. So we'll have some cargo accessibility on this side, I think. That's okay. That's all good. Now let's get our tracks in there. Going with the... You know what'll be interesting? Of course, what you need to do is... Okay, that's okay. Oh, this is going to be an interesting station. I love how you can play around with things a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab... No. Cargo platform, please. Cargo platform for the center there. This is going to be a really interesting one. Okay, and then another few rounds of tracks. Ooh, look at this train. The Metro Liner. 200 kilometers an hour or 193. That's pretty good. So I'm going to do 3. Yeah, with only... So I think this is a little bit more effective in terms of... Yeah, I'm going to like this. Look at this station. This is a good station. And what we'll do is we'll put another platform on the other side. And now we'll actually have this stuff... and give me the miscellaneous items. So I'm going to do... Oh, you can stretch the entire thing. It's not the end of the world. And where did we have those? Certainly one over there. And one over here, meaning it's the underpass basically. And we'll grab one over there. So there we go. Now, how about that for a bit of a station? We have bypass tracks in the middle. Cargo is going to be center on this platform. And then we've got the passenger platforms on the outsides, which I tend to like a little bit. We can obviously do it the other way around as well, but I think this is actually a nice form factor, to say the least. Now, we will need to sort this out. But our high-speed tracks is going to go right in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim that back a little bit. What I'll do is I'll grab a little section of street right over there, just so I can trim that back. And now what the plan is going to be is give me some fancy tracks. We've got it paused, actually. So what I would like us to do is do a little... curvature that way. Yes, that's beautiful. That curvature like this is awesome. That is from the center, right? Excellent. Now, I'm going to do exactly the same thing from the others. Okay. Don't worry about that. Let's I'm gonna try and maintain the 300 as best I can. Oh, yeah. I think that's what I'm going to do. If we do that, it gives us a little bit of room in there anyway. And then we'll run 300 from there. So that's an interesting area where we're actually splitting these lines. They're pretty high. Okay. Now, what we're interested in doing is actually tying off to both sides. Okay, so that goes off that way. And that doesn't actually want to work. Go off that way. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. The passenger one on the outside is the big ticket item. So if we try and trim it out like that, then we'll see where we can get the inside track. That's look at that. That's a nice smooth one. So there we go, and that's our access points into the station over here with both with the bypass and everything. I kind of like that. That's pretty cool. Now let's trim this back and try and see what we can do to build this. Yeah, this is really going to be a bit of a challenge. I think as a starting point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here, grab this. Run a little bit of a pathway through there. It's a bit of a weird piece there. Let's redo that a little bit by actually starting it off straight out of there, and then we'll see about doing a little bit of a curve, and then we'll try and run it straight again, right? Yep, I like that idea. I want to do exactly the same straight line on this side, and then what we'll do is we will tie that in. So there's going to be a bit of a buffer through there. Now this one would like to do something like that. We will also then go ahead and improve that situation. What I'll also do here is actually provide us with a little bit of a street block style area here. If we do that, yeah, we do actually this one, probably run that like that. Okay, and then we could then also have a little bit of our construction area here. So let's turn it this way. Okay, so let's do that. At the same time, I'm going to configure it. We're going to clear this out, and we'll do we will do more cargo items. What am I doing? Turning. There we go. So let's provide a little bit more room here. And we'll get some street access to do what exactly? Out that way. Okay, and in this way. Yeah, I think I like that. I like the idea of that. What we can also do is give ourselves a little bit of a cargo building. That's going to work. That's going to work. Let's get ourselves a big cargo building. Yeah, over there. All good. All good. So that's good. Now let's get ourselves that finish off of the street here. Do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Yes, that'll provide us with the right accessibility kind of thing. There's a bit of a one-way operation right over there. Similarly, of course, we need some passenger stuff on this side. I can unpause the game, so continue to run. No. Actually, that's not too bad. I don't mind that too much. I just need to make sure we allocate sufficient room for things. So let's do this. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. I'm going to run it through there. we're going to go ahead, configure and expand it a little bit. Passenger stuff. Like so. Oh, it doesn't want to fit there. Okay, then that's not really what I'm after. So refund. Thank you. Let's try that one more time. No. That one. Get it a little bit further away. See what we can do here. There we go. Now we'll come on. Configure it and we'll try and get this to work a little bit better. Okay, and we'll also have a street access, just the standard street access over there. Can we get ourselves a little bit of a passenger building somewhere? That's not going to work. That'll work. There we go. So there's a little passenger building over there. Awesome. And it's all nice and connected through there. That'll work. So awesome. That's good. What we could also do is probably provide ourselves with a bit of a road depot somewhere. And I think that is pretty appropriate right there. There we go. Road depot included as well. Awesome. Now that is connected. We can start running some stuff through here. Let's get a few signals in place. And then we're probably going to end the episode as soon as we see how we're going to hook this stuff up. Okay, so that'll do. We'll do a bit of a signal there. Well, see if that works now. What we'll do is we'll try that, try that, try that. Oh, this isn't hooked up. Make sure we do hook that up at a pretty decent speed. There we go. That's good. We'll need a bit of a switch over, I think. Did we put one in? We didn't. For the time being, we will need a bit of a switch over. Now, the question is, we could do it out here, right? Yeah, so that actually works quite well. Can we can. Signal there, that'll work. Signal here, signal there. There. And over here. And over there, and one more. There we go. So now we've actually all the way connected to Elizabeth. And the question on my mind is, do we run, which of the lines that we currently have do we then end up running all the way to Elizabeth? Do we run the Dallas to Fort Worth to Vancouver line there, or do we run the New Haven? I think we run the New Haven. So let's have a look at the New Haven line. Is the train in a bad position? The New Haven to Fort Worth passenger line, okay, currently ends its operation over here at Fort Worth. What we can do is we're going to expand that to go to Elizabeth. So we will pause the game while we quickly do that, going into Elizabeth. You could, of course, then go and do the other one as well. Okay, that should work. So you can run into Elizabeth. That's fine. And it's as simple as that, right? Running through there, bypassing what's going on over here. We could connect them up into the future, but for the time being, it's going to be all good. Yeah, absolutely. That's not bad. That's not bad. While we're doing that, we may as well have a look at a bit of an upgrade. So that's okay. That's fine. Now, this one, which is what it is, let's manage the vehicles on this line and let's speed them up. I think this can go and, well, we're not speeding up anything else, but we do need to replace these a little bit. So let's go ahead and replace these vehicles Okay, they were doing a blue, kind of a bluish kind of line, so we'll do that. Now, electric. This guy is 160. That guy is 140. 160 over there. Steam is 160 over here. We could run a steam, right? A 160 steam. What does this guy operate cost us? 2 million a year. This one is, it's pretty much the same thing. Or let's have a look. Multiple units, electric, the Metro Liner. At 200 kilometers an hour, it doesn't take that much passengers actually, and it costs a fair bit to run. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go with this guy. Okay, we're gonna go there, and we're gonna say passenger units. We're not going to run this one. We're going to run the American Golden Sand. Wow, it's much heavier. No, we're definitely going to run that one instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them at 152 capacity. That's the right length. We're going to go ahead and replace those two. Nice. So that's a pretty pricey one. Oh, we've hit the 1 billion mark. Guys, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, of course, they are pretty quick now. So I'm kind of tempted to also do the same thing with the Dallas and Fort Worth one. Let's manage these so quickly. Okay. I think, yeah, let's do that. Let's do the replacement on this one. Let's replace this selected. You know what? It won't be quick through here because the line hasn't been upgraded. Okay, no, that's okay. Let's leave that okay. That's fine. We don't need to do that. So we've just got a bigger one that's running through here. That's a bit of a weird station. Here's our blue trains. Look at these guys. Oh, they're both here. Let's just stop that one for the time being. I just want this guy to get out of the way. I'm going to keep it stopped for a while. And this episode is way too long. I'm just going to keep it stopped for a bit of a while here while we get the other ones. While we get that away, I will try, and it needs to go beyond Fort Worth on this stretch to Elizabeth in order to really, because these are too close together. And then hopefully Elizabeth will give us some better traction. So now Fort Worth will be a bit of a transfer station if you're heading off to Vancouver. Otherwise, you're straight on the line to Elizabeth. And Lancaster is where we've got the airport, actually. Anything else over here? Corpus Christi. So the question is kind of, do we tie things back over there, or do we? Well, I don't think we could run from Vancouver. We could run from Vancouver and then run this guy up to Lancaster and this one up to Lancaster. Then we've got everything connected, really, and then we'll start sorting our goods out. So where is my train? Sorry, I'm moving around a little. There we go. Wow, that worked. Costing us money by standing there. I'll just get this train out of the way a little bit, and then we'll let that one go. And then the next line that we're going to need to upgrade on speed is going to be this one. This is starting to look pretty good. Pin that so it doesn't go away. And then this is starting, ooh, look at that, moving a fair bit more here. And we should see a lot more happening over here. Good, pretty good on the tools. Bit more tools over here. So starting to look pretty good. That one is connecting through there. As soon as we get it up to the end of the station there. Oh yeah, people are already waiting. I kind of like this station setup. That station setup is looking pretty good. This train should be running at a pretty decent speed now. Pause it so I can quickly see it. It's running up at 160. Oh yeah, it's only 160. That's all that this does. So it is running full speed into here. And go. There we go. They are quite some distance apart. Quickly want to say, what is our rate? Not necessarily our rate, but what is our, what does this look like? 12 minutes frequency, rate of 150, but a 12-minute frequency is not bad. Well, 12 minutes. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been a long episode, but I think things are going well. I mean, our money is crazy. Let's just look at our headquarters over here. Is it starting to boom a little? It's still, well, it's still at 29 company score. Oh, it's 30. Finances are looking pretty good. But yeah, we can certainly start moving a bit more and getting a bit more money out of this. But yeah, starting to look good. How's this airport doing? Oh, and the planes carry 19 at a time. So really, we're doing a pretty decent job with that. What is that line actually generating us? Yeah, that line is doing brilliantly. Got fast trains coming in. How full is this guy? Yeah, some of the stuff that we need here. New Haven. Let's have a quick look at what's happening with New Haven. We are very few goods being taken up here. But anyway, we will try and figure out if we can make New Haven grow even more in the future. This guy should be bringing in some goods for us. Yeah, we need to potentially get more goods being created, I think. We'll have a look. We'll have a look. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been a long one. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.